Hello everyone, welcome new video here. Today we are going to go for Daeran's build. So let's get right into it. We are going to go for 20 level of Oracle. Very simply because we need most of his spells that are very good, buffing spells. We need a way to give some decent saves to the animal companion. I mean, the animal companion of the main character and Daeran's own animal companion. Is going to be a wolf. So those two animal companions are going to be the main tanks of this party. So yeah, so that's the point of his build, so let's get into it. No, we are not going for charisma, dexterity. Here, Nenio is going to take care of Arcana, and Amber is going to take care of World. So I would say it's only Perception left, and I guess that's not his job, Law Religion. I mean, this is something that Lan is going to do, so I guess he can use a magic device. So let's try that. Old person, no, I don't think so. Burst strength, way better. Early on. Oracle has the same spell list as Cleric, and it's I mean, it's very good, I would say. So let's go. Perception. Persuasion, I don't think we need persuasion actually. Alright, level 5. What do we have? Weapon Finesse. At this point we don't use him, we start using him in start of Act 2. When we get the first Mythic rank, and yeah, Act 2 is level 6, 7, something like that. So when he gets his wolf, that is when we start using him. We don't use him earlier, it's too difficult, he can't really tank or anything. What's a good one here? I would say Divine Command for later. Yeah, something like that. Level 2, Protection from alignment for later. 2. I mean, why not? Eagles, Owl's Wisdom is good too. For Lan later on. Yeah, either of them you can choose and it's fine. Oracle 6, so that's when we reach Act 2. So the first one I would go for most likely. And those two are good. Resist energy, very good. Prayer, same. Do we have a lot of fire damage or something early on? Trying to think because the encounters in no, there's no, yeah. At this point there's no like fire spellcaster or something like that. Mythic rank 1, we want second mystery for nature to be able to get his wolf pet. Level 7, that is when he gets his wolf. Alright, so we want Outflank to help with his background. He has access to rapiers, so he's going to hold the rapier and trigger Outflank as much as possible when we need to. So yeah, that's his job, at least early on. And buffing, obviously. Buffs are very important. Level 7 is when we get to Leper Smile. We want Unbreakable Heart to be able to remove Confuse. Not remove, but at least suppress the effect for the duration of the buff. I would take as level 2 Protection from alignment. I mean, there's many good ones here. You could use this one for extra bodies on the front line. It's not too bad. This is already covered by Ember. If you pick the spell for her, which you should always. Eagle Splendor is a good idea too, but we can probably take it a little bit later. So let's take this one, I would say first. No, 7? I don't think we fight any... No, I guess we will take Eagle Splendor. We don't fight any succubus at this point, so we don't need that. Yeah, that is when I would take Resist Energy. Could be useful. 8, level 8, we want 1 point in Dexterity. Let's go. Alright, that's when we have tough choices. We have a ton of good spells here. I guess Amber can do a Death Ward, but not. Not if we have Camellia, and we will have Camellia at this point. Most likely. So I don't know. I don't know about that. Rochelet, Social. Social. Maybe we could use Social a little bit more. When we do the Lost Chapel segment, there's a ton of bosses that use Hold Person Mass, and I'm pretty sure Hold Person works on Animal Companion too. So either you have to buy scrolls, or you have to have someone that can cast that. And I think I will, at that point I would bring Social instead of Daeran, and just equip Social with Freedom of Movement. And Daeran I would pick something else. Because later on, many other characters will be able to do Freedom of Movement. So yeah. Yeah, let's just... I will take Crusader's Edge? No. Death Ward. Yeah, let's use Death Ward. But we have to do Crusader's Edge after that. Mythic rank 2, Weapon Finesse. To do Dexterity to damage. Level 9. Level 9 we start going into Dispel Focus. Why is that? Well, for one good reason. Later on we want to have... we won't take Extend spell now, we want Extend spell later. We want to have someone that isn't Ember that's going to take care of Dispel. We have Nenio, but Nenio she needs 2 spell slots to cast 1 Dispel Magic Greater, so it's not ideal. Daeran doesn't have many good fits that he have to pick, so I prefer that he's the one that has to do that. Later on, Nenio can use a scroll of Dispel Magic Greater with the Librarian Cloak and some level boosting gear, and she's going to be a good dispeller, but we need to be ready for level 15 for when we fight Playful Darkness, to have someone that can dispel somewhat okay. So yeah, Daeran is going to do that. Level 2 spell, we can go and pick Bear's Endurance, yeah, Aid is good, or find traps to help with the perception checks. Let's take Aid. This is when I would take probably start going into Dispel Magic. Soon enough we will have a decent dispel chance on enemies, so yeah. Dispel Magic, Animate Dead, not too bad. Delay Poison, again Ember or Camellia will be able to do that, so Magical Vestment later. So Dispel Magic first. I would take at this point Crusader's Edge, probably right now. Yeah, we are going into Drazen. At this point I prefer to have some extra damage on everyone, to be able to really kill fast. And we can always use some scrolls for protection from element. Alright, level 5 spell. This isn't too bad. I guess it's not too bad. We have a few undead to kill in that place, but not sure it's that good. True Seeing, we don't have many mirror image or stuff like that. We can always buy scrolls early on if we really need to. I would say Burst of Glory. Yeah, it's nice because it gives temporary hit points, so I quite like that. 3. So Mythic rank 3, Mythical Beast. Yeah, if you have a animal companion that's here to tank, I mean that's the way to go. Since the animal companion doesn't have last stand, I would prefer more stats. So let's go. We can use whatever here, doesn't really matter. 11, that's when we take greater Dispel Focus. Friends to Animal at level 11. We get some summon spells that are very good on Daeran, obviously, but also we get all saving throws for Animal Companion raised by Charisma, and he can reach decent Charisma. He starts with 20, so it's already a +5. So yeah, really nice. Yeah, I would take protection here at the very least. Even if we are past Daeran, that's useful in Daeran, Dispel in particular. Magical Vestment, I guess that's the play here. Don't know if it's going to work much. Maybe it works on animal companions, but you need some barding on them. Or if they can have some specific armor that they can wear. I mean, it depends. But we don't have many other good choice, so I would go with that. That is when I would take protection from energy. Divine Power is around the corner. Magic Weapon Greater 2. We'll have to take those two at some point. It has to be the case. Here I would probably go, yeah, at least some truthing. That is right after Green Gates. If you do Green Gates first, that's when you get level 11. So yeah. I don't know. Usually you can go and do Mythic rank 4 very early if you are Azata, so might as well do that. This is when I would pick Ever Ready here. Level 12. I would start doing 1 point into Constitution for the Fortitude save and the extra HP. Let's go like that. So level 6 spell. That's a very tough one because there's two very good, and that's obviously Truthing Communal and Dispel Magic Greater. Now, I'm not sure we use many level 5, so we will use some Truthing still. So I will go with that first, and then we'll go with something else. Level 13. Let's go. So this is when we take Extend spell. Why is that? because we are level 6 spell. We have a level 6 spell and we are going to have level 7 soon. And level 7, we don't have many good spells at this point. It's really very bad, I would say. So we want to be able to extend the level 6 ones, like True Seeing or maybe Ball Strength Mass or Wisdom Mass. So yeah. Alright, that's when I would pick Magic Weapon Greater or Divine Power. Divine Power is mostly for weapon damage and attack rolls. I mean, it's good, but magic weapon is quite important to get to make sure our weapon attacks are up to date on the progression. Level 5 spell, I would go with Life Bubbles. It's like pretty good. It helps with sticking cloud kill obviously, but also some very specific disease spell that are very disgusting in this game. You have also the AoE spell that reduce will save. Don't remember the name, but I'm pretty sure it works on that. I would take True Seeing at this point. We have many demons that we have to fight. So that is when we get our level 7 spell. Nothing crazy at this point, sadly. Like, no. And that works only on Scylla and it's a round per level, so. This one I didn't know it was a thing. I don't know if it has a... yeah, it has a save. Conjuration. It's a pull, I don't know. We don't have a conjuration boosting, so... this could be useful. Negate concealment, less than total. Helps with perception. I mean, there's not much good spells at this point. So yeah, level 15, we want improve initiative. Very good. About improve critical, there's a spell, wizard spell, an inquisitor spell that give the same improve critical, improve critical range. So it's not needed for Daeran to have that at this point. So I would pick other things. You don't have to have this one. Here I would take probably Spirit Boost. Basically because temporary hit points, I think it works with channel a positive energy. So if you use that, it's going to overheal and give you a bunch of temporary hit points for this mini round, 15 at this point. So it's pretty nice. Maximum temporary hit points is, so it's 15 too. 50 rounds and 15 temporary hit points. I mean, it's good to avoid one hit KO on us, so I would take that. Alright, here, what's a good one? That's only if you get hit. Spell resistance, not very good. Disrupting weapon. I mean, the enemy could always roll a 1, and that means they are dead. So I kinda like that. It's not too bad. Yeah, there's not much better than that. There was also Pillar of Life, but it's not that good either. At this point, the mass version of those spells are very good. Bear's Endurance is very good. Bull Strength, don't think so. We don't need that actually. Maybe for the caster or for Daeran, they have low strength. It can be useful. Eagle Splendor. No, I think it's not needed. All's Wisdom, on the other hand, that's very good. That's +2 to will save on everyone. So between Bear's Endurance and All's Wisdom, that is up to you. I would probably go with that. Or that, yeah, it's all good actually. So let's take that. Level 7 again, not very good. I would take Resurrection here. There's some symbol of weakness too, but you would prefer to be selective if you can. If it works, selective on that, but otherwise, no, not really. Resurrection always good. Mythic rank 5. That is extra, no, beneficial curse. I want to go with pranked. We get a few spells that are useful, and mainly those two, Fairy Fire and Mirror Image. We are going, that's when we get into Act 4 here. This is start of Act 4, basically. Act 4, there's a ton of very tough fight, and Daeran will be on his mount for sure, but sometimes the enemy doesn't attack the mount and start to attack the rider, and that's when you want to have something to mitigate and to avoid damage. So yeah. Also Fairy Fire. Some enemies have blur displacement, but they have also mind blank, so they are immune to true seeing. And if you want to be able to hit them without the concealment, you want to have some other spell that makes it so that you can bypass that, and Fairy Fire is one of them. You can also have someone that can use something like echolocation which should bypass this anyway. So yeah, this is always a good spell. So that's why we take it. The other spells are not useful. Oracle 16, we go back into dexterity here. Let's go. Alright, Shield of Law here. Very, very good. Immunity to mind affecting on everyone. That's it. End of story. 17. Alright, 17 we want. I mean, there's many choices here that are, I would say, good. There's obviously Lunge, there's obviously Piranha Strike. I tend to want to go into Critical Focus, into Flaying Critical at level 19. But the issue is that we only have 2 left, and that's not enough. I would go Blind Fight probably now. Or Blind Fight, yeah, maybe at level 19. I would go with a Lunge to be able to flank a bigger area around Daeran. Lunge obviously, and then Blind Fight at the end for the end boss. So yeah, there's also what's it called? There's a revelation that gives blind sight. We'll see when we get there, but I don't know. Not sure it's that if that's very useful. Here you pick whatever you want. Let's pick that, for example. And then here level 8. Frightful Aspect is nice for the automatic shaken on everyone. I'd say it's nice. You have Angelic Aspect Greater, because if you want to use some specific cloak that you want, and that cloak doesn't have very good resistance save, at least with that you can still have +4 resistance against evil creature. So I mean, that's not too bad, I would say. Yeah, so it's either this one or Frightful Aspect, but I would go with this one. 17, that's when we get Mythic rank 6. Improve initiative, obviously. We don't want to lag behind too much. 18. Let's go like that. Alright, at this point there's many good spells. Winds of Vengeance, Total Concealment, Gas, Breath Weapon, but it's only on yourself. So yeah, I think that's okay. Some breath weapon is going to be negated with that against you, so that's nice. Energy drain. is very nice, but there's many people that are going to be immune to that stuff. So I'm not sure about that. Vulnerability X is very good, but it affects your allies if you go into that zone. So it's good for range parties, but melee is like very difficult. So I would take that most likely. Yeah, 19 first. Feet, so that is when we take blind fight at this point for the last boss. It's always useful, but there's life sense here you can take. Blind sight, if I remember correctly, blind sight is just like echolocation. So I don't know. You will have to use blind fight anyway. But also you don't have to always use what's it called? Truthing. But yeah. Life Leech, you can use that on a summon. It's like I don't know if you have the spell here. No. I would consider Life Leech, to be honest, because temporary hit points are very good, and using that on summons before a big fight means you have a nice pool of extra hit points. So I quite like this one too. So up to you, you have the choice here. I would take that. Frightful Aspect here. I would probably take Energy Drain. If there's one boss that is not immune to that, I mean, tough luck. So yeah. 19, maybe next level we can pick that, we'll see. So yeah. That is when we get Mythic rank 7. Mythic rank 7, I would take Perfect Cavalry. Daeran is going to be somewhat of a support character. When we need to resurrect someone really quick, I want to be able to go through enemies without triggering attacks of opportunity, and to be able to cast a big heal or a big resurrect on someone. So yeah, I would take that. Mythic rank 8 just after. Focus. So at this point, Sorcerous Reflex, not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, we don't have many other good stuff to pick. So yeah. Maybe we could pick an extra feat at the very last, but to be honest, that's not very good. We already have heal mass, so Mythic channeling, I'm not sure about that. So yeah, I would probably take that. 21st, I suppose. We finish here on dexterity. Yeah. Symbol of vulnerability, just in case. Maybe with a Metamagic Rod of what's it called? Selective Metamagic Rod. You have a greater selective, that you can probably find in Midnight DLC in Act 5, surely. You could use that selective. I don't know if it works, but you can try, see if it works. We have the final revelation. Pretty sure plant doesn't give you any kind of immunity now, like it used to be. You have the normal revelation, that is very good, the life one. So Mythic 9, you have... I'm thinking about that because any healing spell will go into reach. So I kinda like that, but at the same point, at this point you have a heal mass, and heal mass is like AoE and it's range, so I don't think that's very good. Master Shapeshifter, why not? Because you have polymorph effect. It gives +2 to your dexterity, I mean strength, dexterity and constitution. The most interesting is obviously dexterity and constitution. So that's reflex save, attack, damage and fortitude save, extra life. I think it's alright. You have mythic charge, up to you. I like this one, even if it's a little bit late, to be honest. Yeah. And that's it. Alright, here we have not much choice, let's say. We could take a feat here. I don't know if there's any good one left. Destructive dispel, no. It's not like we are going to dispel very often. Improve critical is useless because we are going to buff anyway. Piranha strike for more damage could be useful. Toughness, more life to be able to not get one hit, could be useful. So yeah, at this point you can choose whatever you want. It's the last one, it doesn't matter very much. Could go for this one for more damage. Alright, now we have to do the wolf, and it's exactly just like the dog. So here there's nothing new. Blind fight, no, not blind fight. Dodge. Name whatever. Alright, so let's do that quickly since it's the exact same one. 3, alright. Blind fight. Hint. You could here you could put because you will have this pet only in Act 2. You could put a intelligence headband on your animal companion. Yeah, like I said, you will have this one in Act 2. Daeran will have his wolf in Act 2, and by this point you can have let's say bookworm headband that you will have to buy anyway because it's so good. So when you level up your animal companion, you can put that on them. And this way you don't have to raise int, you can raise whatever you want. Again, I will raise dexterity 4 points because they are tanking, so since they are tanking, we want that +2 extra AC more than attacks, to be honest. So perception, use magic device, just like the dog. Crane style, improve unarmed strike into crane style, just like the dog. Yeah, so there you go. Dexterity and the last point on constitution, most likely. So yeah, like this, let's go. We want outflank. Oh yeah, we can't choose outflank because our main character has the aura that gives his teamwork feat to everyone. But I'm going to take that, but it's outflank that you're supposed to pick here. So take note. Here, perception, use magic device. Fury's Fall, dexterity to trip, very good. More dexterity. At this point, Combat Reflex, we want to be able to trigger attacks of opportunity on trip. When the enemy goes back up. At this point, I don't remember what I picked on the other one. I guess improve critical bite. That is what I would pick here. 16, one last point here, and then one last point into constitution. Alright. Here. Yeah, I guess we are going to go into power attack or something like that. Maybe toughness. Up to you. I kinda like toughness on tanks, just to avoid that going into I mean falling to the ground, and because when the animal companions falls, the riders falls too, and that's very ugly, to be honest. So yeah, power attack at the very end, because we already have blind fight earlier. Just like I said, constitution last point, because we have 24 here on dexterity. Alright, looking good. Now, let's take a look at the gear. Let's see. Let's start with the weapon this time. He's going to use rapier basically most of the time. The earliest one that is not too bad is in Act 2, Mind Piercer, that's in Leper Smile, the cave, where there's a ton of undead, if I'm not wrong on this. So yeah, offhand will be empty, or you can use bucklers, but the good ones are very late. You have this one if you are target with a spell that deals elemental damage, you gain immunity to that element for 1 round. I'm pretty sure that's late in the game. It's either Act 4 or Act 5. So yeah. You also have Light Shield of Cursed Allegiance. Whenever an ally adjacent to this shield wielder is attacked, so attack doesn't mean it's hit, I suppose. The enemy must pass a will save against this curse or suffer a -3 to penalty to attacks. I kinda like this one if it works like I think it's supposed to work. That means that if you're on top of your animal companion, you're the rider, so here you can ride. And you have this shield, that means every time someone attacks your animal companion, he has to pass a will save or lose some extra attack chance or attack rolls. So the will save isn't crazy, but sometimes people attack like a ton per round, so if that happens, I mean that's very good, obviously. So yeah, you use that in the hope that someone will roll a 1, and if they roll, it's going to be even harder to hit your animal companion. So yeah, you have that option. Rapier way later in Act 4, you can buy this one. What's nice about this one is that it's a keen weapon, so you don't have to have either what's it called, the spell that gives you a keen weapon, or you don't have to have improved critical here. So yeah, it's nice also because of the +2 on attack and damage on attacks of opportunity. You are here to help trigger this attack of opportunity. So yeah, you want to be in outflank range. That's why at some point you want Lunge anyway, to have a little bit better range. Yeah, you want to be there when there's attacks that triggers attacks of opportunity, so that you can crit and then trigger yourself your attacks of opportunity. So yeah, that's the plan for him. That's Act 4, I'm pretty sure. You can buy that, so Flesh Market, I think. There's one of the merchants. Later on you have this shield that you should absolutely use. You have an aura. You can choose either light or dark aura. It lasts for 1 hour, I think, or the whole day. Not sure, but anyway. You should probably use the dark aura, because the light aura is inside bonus, and we already have land that is going to provide inside bonus to those saves. So yeah, dark aura +2 profane bonus to attacks of opportunity and critical hit confirmation. So again, we are here for the attacks of opportunity, and that is why we have that. Whenever a companion lands a critical hit, the enemy must pass a will save or sleep. Very good. Also, all spells that have mind affecting, in this case that's the most important for us, gains a +2 DC for enemies and companions. But mostly for enemies, that's the most important. So we will debuff in an area of effect and buff at the same time. It's very good. Then if the wearer is of good alignment, it's not us, so that's not useful to us, because Daeran is neutral evil here. So if we are of evil alignment, we gain unholy quality for all attacks with the shield. So yeah, that's for shield bashing, so that's not useful here. But as a standard action, we can use Dark Nova, deal 20 damage to all companion. They get chosen of the Dark Nova effect, and all enemy receive Prey of the Chosen. Under Chosen of the Dark Nova, all companions receive +5 damage bonus against the Prey of the Chosen. So you're buffing with a standard action +5 to damage on all your companions. So that's pretty good, just by making them take 20 damage, which you can give as temporary hit points because of spirit boost anyway. So yeah, very nice, very nice. That is the end that you want to reach, those two together. That's very nice. Alright, helmet. The biggest charisma helmet you can get. I forgot something. Yeah, I will talk about Broken Trickster. With any kind of phylactery. Later when you get Broken Trickster, you can use it. Since we are in melee range, we can sometimes get hit by something or get hit by energy damage. We get some resistance, we get some physical damage reduction. So yeah, since pets can't use that, I'd say it's nice to have that, so I would use those two together with a phylactery of positive channeling. If you find some other kind of helmet that you think is useful, feel free to use it. Goggles, at some point you will use that just to be able to roll a 20 on Dispel Magic Greater. So yeah, very good. So use it when you have a boss. I don't know if you can activate and then change item. Pretty sure you can do that. But let's try here. So it is here, but if I change that, oh, it's still here.
Rules are made to be broken.
If I do that, oh, I can't use. Well, that's too bad. Anyway, I guess that's the plan for you. So you use it and then you switch to something else that you want to use. Cloak. Wait a second, did I forget something? I don't think you will use this one because it's way later and there's other good choice that you have to do. It's not that good. So yeah, I'd say avoid that. Cloak, the best resistance cloak that you can have. His save are a little bit bad, so yeah, that's a +5, but you can have a +6 or +7. Rings, defensive rings on him. This one makes it so that you get only half damage. No. Is it? Yeah, half damage on successful save. Oh, instead they take no damage. Alright. It's just like the evasion ring, but for will save. So basically, if you do a decent will save, you evade all damage if you beat the will save. Same for evasion here. You have also elemental protector, just in case someone starts throwing a ton of spells at you. You have this one, it's only for the first round, so I'm not a big fan, to be honest. So yeah, those are the options for you. Rings, there's not much other good rings, otherwise I would say. Bracers. There's not very much good bracers, so if you get this one, at least it gives you concentration checks, which is nice. Can cast healing spell without triggering an attack of opportunity, always nice. So yeah, I don't think there's many other good bracers here. Here I would use half of the pair with the animal companion, just to get +2 AC and +2 on attacks. I guess that's the best thing we can do here. Alright, so the armor. Anything you want. If you have an armor that gives extra concentration, I don't remember if there is one more. That's not in... maybe a armor key. Well, if you have any kind of armor, yeah, I think that's an item in Wrath. Yeah, you get this one early on if you want. Concentration checks, so you can go into melee to heal someone, a pet, or anyone that is attacked. And if you're within reach, you want to have a good concentration checks. So yeah, that is why you have those kind of items. That is very early in the game. You get that in Blackwing library, Act 1, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, you have way later on you can go for some dexterity item. Here you have Web Strider, that's Act 3. It's a relic from Crusade. And then way later on you have something like Snakeskin, +4 profane bonus to dexterity. You have this in Act 4 or 5, Midnight Isle DLC, don't remember, but that's very late. I mean, somewhat late. Robes. Anything you want. Up until, since we are going Azata here, Mythic Path, you get this one that is very good. All enemies around you get a -4 to save against fear, compulsion and charm. Mainly compulsion here, that's what we want, since we will have Ember with us, and Ember will go into compulsion. That is very late in the game that you get this robe, is by defeating Mephisto dude, don't remember his name. Mephistopheles, maybe. And and yeah, you get this one. Also, once per day you can make everyone pass a will save, but it's very bad, so yeah. Earlier than that, just use everything you want. Any kind of save. This one gives you some save against acid, gives you immunity to nauseated. You have low fortitude, so that's the kind of item that you welcome when you see them. Belt, any kind of physical belt until then. Then you can get Belt of the Venerated Champion. That's in Act 4. You can buy some, you can loot some. Some are, I don't know if there's... Yeah, you can buy. I think maybe 2 of them you can buy. Not sure about that. One I'm pretty sure you can buy. So yeah. Gloves. Those ones are very nice, I would say. When you crit, and you have a good crit chance, usually, enemy suffers -2 penalty to mine affecting, so a ton of items that gives minus to those will save that we target. So those 3 items. So that's very nice. Other than that, any kind of gloves you want. Boots, the early boots that you can use is free reign, obviously, because of that prophecy here. Staggered every first round of combat. You want to avoid that. To be immune, you need freedom of movement. So yeah, either you buff him with freedom of movement or you use these boots. Later on, Ronex sacrifice. We don't use Ronex on our main character, even if that would give extremely higher mobility. Just because we use it on Daeran here to be able to make him hit. We will have no problem to hit with main character, to be honest. Like, it's not going to be an issue. But on Daeran we want him to hit because of his critical chance and all his bonus to debuff and to attacks of opportunity. We want to hit with him when we trigger that outflank and attacks of opportunity. So yeah, that's for the gear. On belt, any scrolls you want, any kind of potion, metamagic rods, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know if there's a good... Maybe, yeah. Just check if Symbol of Vulnerability works with selective, greater selective. Other than that, not much metamagic rods I guess. So yeah, I guess we did all of the items for him. Now, items for the animal companion. Best bracers you can get. Belt, any kind of physical belt if you can. Workit of Saran Ray is going on the main animal companion first, but once he's used Lizard Tail, that's going on him here. Helmet, any kind of AC bonus to AC, obviously. Any kind of bonus to AC in general. You have many of those. Undead AC. It's helmet. yeah, this one. So you have this one too. If you fight undead, you get this when you attack Daeran, I'm pretty sure. This one you get this when you when you do the Aurelius Lab in Act 3. So yeah, there's also gloves of moral AC glove, hammer fist. You can use hammer fist here on this character, this animal companion, assuming you don't use this one, because those two are moral bonus to AC. So let's say you use something else, then there you go. Hammer fist are a little bit later. Yeah, it's I think it's Act 5, so this one is Act 3. You will use that earlier. Other than that, you can use any kind of if I remember correctly, no, natural. I think maybe those. I don't remember if you get those in Wrath of the Righteous. So yeah, cloak, any kind of resistance cloak. So resistance cloak 6. No, it's this one. So yeah, you will have a bunch of +6 at the end, so that's what you use. Yeah, I would go for something like that. Yeah, so I guess that's it for this build. And I'll see you for the next one.